Jeff and Jeremy. It's like a radiogasm.
I said, hey, babe, check it out on the podcast.
Apple Podcast, Google Podcast,
and Spotify.
All this is going viral.
Oh, yeah. Love the short work weeks. Good morning. Are you happy it's Thursday? Come on, tomorrow's Friday.
I'm still
the
trying
weather's
to catch
only
up
going to
from
get
Tuesday.
nicer every day. Well, get caught up. Quit being so lazy. You know what your problem is? You've got too many projects going on.
I do. I'm spinning plates like crazy.
You
right
need
now.
to end up like this 17-year-old who ate most of her hair and ended up in the hospital. Then she had all this downtime to get caught up on
But
things
have
she's
you
been
ever
behind on.
tried it on the grill? It's tasty. It has a nice little smoky
Never understood this.
hints of walnut.
I didn't know this was a real thing, but this 17-year-old girl, she's in the UK.
Oh, it's a real thing. People hate their hair, man.
Yeah.
Haven't you ever seen any of those shows on A&E? Or
No, that's gross. I wouldn't even. No, like worms and other weird things.
Weird obsessions. I think
people swallow.
I forget what the name of the show was, but it was like basically that, like people eating stuff that they shouldn't.
Well, I
be
told
eating.
you about this worm that swims up your penis when you pee in the water, right?
Yeah, I'm not swimming in those places.
Well, no, you'd be surprised because remember I told you over the summer we were all peeing in one corner of over by the river. It was right into the corner by this rock, and the salt from our urine must have been seeping into the water because it was right next to the water. And
all these worms started coming up.
And no, this one, it looked like a piece of blade of grass, about 2.5 inches to 3 inches long, was swimming right there. And we kept looking, thinking it was grass, then it was in the current. No, this was some sort of fish, insect, worm thing. And I think that might have been because it was right there where we were peeing, and they're very attracted to something in the urine, and they'll swim right up your pee hole, your urethra. And next thing you know, you got big problems.
It scares the crap out of me because I was cleaning out my pool the other day. I found 2 worms in there. I was like, how did worms...
Were they swimming?
No, they were just laying at the bottom.
Oh, then you're fine. Those are different kind of worms. This worm was swimming.
How's a worm get into a swimming pool?
I don't know.
It did rain.
You just bought the house. Did you get it inspected? You might have bigger problems than you think.
No, I mean, it did rain quite a bit before.
So what does that mean? They fall from the sky?
Well, I think they worked their way out of the garden behind the retaining wall at some point, and I mean, that rain event was 9 inches of rain. Maybe they're riding the wave or something like that. Yeah, I'm not.
This hairball was 19 inches long. 1.5 feet.
I consider myself very blessed. We have a cat, and my biggest worry with the cat was that the cat would be coughing up hairball. Never, ever.
It'll happen.
Not as much as a sneeze from
we had a Persian cat, and they coughed up hairball. The Persians have the longer hair. They're a longer haired cat. So they'd mat too. And my mom would have to just brush them all the time, or she didn't, to get these mats, and then she'd have to cut them out, or it'd get so bad we'd have to take them to the vet, and they'd have to sedate them because it hurts so bad to pull their hair to cut them out. So bad. But our cat used to eat the little door stoppers where, you open a door so it doesn't bang in the wall. It's got that little stick that comes out. It's got a piece of rubber on the end of it. Ate all of those. So we had to take him in and get him emergency surgery.
This is what I don't understand about you people, and I'm lumping you into this category.
Me? Jeremy West?
Yeah, you people.
Okay.
You people that have this need to purchase exotic pets, and you're not.
Oh, my God, it was my parents, number one. I think I was 4 or 5.
No, I'm talking about your dog.
My dog is not an exotic dog. It's one of the most popular dog breeds in America.
Special needs animals, okay? You have to spend up for them. And you have to feed them certain things and put cameras on them and all this stuff. I mean,
look at this.
The amount of money that is invested into your pets is mind-boggling.
No, we don't have here
I understand
Bulldog. French Bulldog is number 4. English Bulldog is number 5. But Labradors, German Shepherds, Golden Retrievers, French Bulldogs, and Bulldogs.
But because my pets,
I don't think it's exotic.
My pets are the lowest maintenance thing in my house.
That's some dingo.
I hold them in high regard. I am jealous of them when I leave for the day, and I'm like, wow, you get to sleep all day long and eat and do all this stuff. But I mean, it's not like they're eating great stuff. I mean, they
don't have the freedom to go do what they want. You do.
No,
you got to think of that.
Wife gets home, she opens the door.
They're trapped in your
run
house
around in the backyard.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Molly's getting her old age. She likes to sit out in the sunshine. Well, she
No,
does.
I think our pets live pretty good lives, but yeah, they still don't have all the freedoms that we do.
But this is what I don't understand. Like somebody, like I know somebody who has a cat that's a $1,000 cat. This cat constantly, I know that's
What kind of cat is that?
That was I don't know, some rare breed of dumb hairy cat that looks like a.
I don't get it because I'm not a cat person.
Looks
Looks
like
like cat should be for free.
Over in.
Is it cool looking?
Oh no, it's overstuffed like fur ball. It's just a ball of fur. It looks like if you were to take a small tumbleweed and put cotton all over it, that's what it looks like. Okay. This cat, her fur balls all the time, and you spent $1,000 on this cat. You could have got a cat for free that didn't get fur balls and been fine. But you spent $1,000 on a cat. Now you got a cat with a fur ball, so it's gross because it's coughing up fur.
Is this cat long or short haired?
Long hair. Did you not hear what I said? It's like a tumbleweed. It's
Is it a coon?
poofy. I don't know what the name of it is.
They have
It's not a
these
raccoon. No,
Maine Coons.
it could be that.
It's not a raccoon. I would love to have a raccoon as a pet, but they're very mean. They can be mean and they can be very violent.
And not to stray too far off of the subject,
Maine
because
Coon,
we
yeah,
already
Maine
went
Coon.
there on this, but my son's been having nightmares about raccoons lately. What does that mean? I have no idea. This is like two nights in a row. He's had a nightmare about a raccoon coming into the house and holding us hostage in a bedroom.
How does he get rid of it? Does he use those goggles to keep the blood out of his eyes when he shoots it with his Nerf
wakes
gun?
up. But he's deathly afraid of raccoons. I don't know why. We did see like a raccoon with mange. We pulled off the freeway on Christmas, like coming back from our Christmas trip to grab some Wendy's. And it was somewhere, I think it was Cordelia up in the Bay Area. And we pulled off, and then they're like, raccoons don't come out during the day, right? This was like 2:00 in the afternoon, and this raccoon was limping. It had mange. It was not right. It was probably rabid.
Did you hit it? Did you run it over and put it up?
No, it was walking around in the landscaping at the Wendy's.
Great.
My wife made a big deal about it, like stay away from the raccoon, and I think maybe that's what scared him. You gotta watch what you say to your kids, man, because that stuff sticks, man.
All right, I'm going to come back with the top 10 most expensive cat breeds. I'm going to ask you some questions about the cat's ears, so think about that for a second.
Oh, I've
what the
not
cat's
taken
ears
a
look
good
like.
look at the cat,
Well,
especially once they said that cat was $1,000.
I know, but you'd remember if the ears were funny or short or looked like they've been cut off, or if they just look normal.
I
that's
would remember
fine.
that because the stupid cat was laying underneath the car the entire time.
We'll be right back.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
All right, so here's a couple of cats. A Scottish fold. Here, let me show you this cat. I got to show you. We got plexiglass because it's COVID times. Look at that. Does it look like? Oh, nope. Okay. I got a couple other long hairs ones. I
This
showed you.
cat, I'm kidding you not.
Look at this cat. That cat doesn't even look real, does it?
No,
it looks like
that's
it looks
cute
like the
cat.
cat from
British.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh, I could get me one of those British short hair. I bet you that cat doesn't have problems with fur balls.
Yeah, you need $1,700 to get that cat. Oh my God, that is ugly. Okay, so that's not the cat. That's not the cat. There's a Persian, and here's a Persian, by the way. If you forgot what they look like, that's a Persian right there, flat face. Funny.
Wait, what's that one? They look kind of like that one.
Oh, that's the Maine Coon. I bet you that's what it is. I think they're pretty popular.
Yeah.
I have a buddy I have our buddy Jeff that we went to that we hung out with. He has two of these, or he had two. Now he has one. One disappeared. I had no idea that he was a big time spender when it came to pets, but this cat is a $3,500 cat.
Jesus Christ. Man,
That's the high end.
That is nuts.
And then if you get one of these Savannah cats that looks like a leopard, have you seen these things?
Who has
A
two
meerkat?
thumbs and loves $3,000 cats? This guy, Packer. Man.
He doesn't have kids. That's why.
Todd Packer.
Todd Packer doesn't have any kids. Oh my God, this cat's 20
Isn't it
grand.
weird that
this
our
Savannah leopard-looking cat.
But our friend Jeff Packer looks a lot like Todd Packer.
Well, he's just a bigger version, but yes, they are exactly like the same hair, like bald.
And Jeff Packer also a William Hung fan.
You know what I'm really upset about? When Screech died, we didn't try to get David Haskins on the phone, Mr. Belding.
That is not his name. It's Dennis Baskins.
Oh, Dennis Haskins.
Dennis Haskins, yes, thank you.
Not Baskins.
Also looks like our friend Jeff Packer.
Wake up. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
All right, Jeff and Jeremy here. It's KZOZ online at KZOZ.com. Federico's Fresh Max every day, 9:40. Know the show, and you're set to go there. Let's see if we can get Whitney up here and catch up with her from downtown SLO.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Whitney, is it a wheelbarrel or a wheelbarrow?
Barrow.
Barrel with an L.
No.
She says barrow.
Wait a second.
I
Wait a second.
was of the mindset that of Jeremy as well. I thought it was a wheelbarrow because it is a barrel attached to a wheel and it's got handles. Then I looked it up because I'm in the market for one on Craigslist and nothing returns results. And then I look up wheelbarrow and there's tons of results.
What?
I've been saying it wrong.
Look up
for
wheelbarrow.
46 years.
Oh my God! It says the wheelbarrow. BARREL.
No.
It's not. I mean,
ROW.
listen, there's nothing that shows up under wheelbarrow. Well, that's not true.
What is a
because
wheelbarrow?
Some people misspell it like we do, but more
Here's what I
results.
found.
More results come out with wheelbarrow.
Yes, it's BARROW.
Yeah.
What the hell? I've been robbed. My whole life I thought it was barrel. Like a wine barrel.
Why would you think that? Because it's a barrel attached to a wheel, right?
No, I just thought that's what it was.
What is a barrow? Nobody knows what a barrow is. A barrow sounds like a made-up thing.
That's why I always thought it was nip it in the butt and not nip it in the bud. Because you nip something in the butt. You nip it in the butt.
Kidding me with this.
My whole
wheelbarrow
life I said
nonsense.
nip it in the butt. My mom said it, and that's why I said it. She said a lot of things wrong. She was, you don't listen to your parents. They always say, listen to your parents. Well, this is not one I should have listened to my parents on. Nip it in the bud, not butt. And it's wheelbarrow, not wheelbarrow.
How long have you known that it's a barrow?
I don't know. I think I just knew that because I knew how to spell it.
From the beginning of time?
Yeah, she's a speller. See,
Beginning
bad
of
spellers over here.
time.
Both of us not great spellers.
That's not true. I fifth and sixth grade took on Jaspreet Daw. Yes, I was runner up, but he was Jaspreet Daw. I mean, there was no beating him. It's like taking on Michael Jordan and spelling words.
What was his name?
Jaspreet Daw.
DAH?
DHA.
DHA?
If you're a better speller, you would have known that.
It's very true. Wait.
I found a definition of what barrow means.
Stand by and stand down, or stand down and stand by. Hold on. Are you telling me that this kid? I'm going to stereotype here. Was he of Eastern Indian?
Yes.
Eastern Indian
Yes,
descent?
yes.
Oh, we've all seen the spelling bees on ESPN.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it was impossible to try to
there
take
was
him
no
on.
way you were going to beat that.
And the thing that made me so mad was because, if you're not first, you're last type the world that we live in, it existed even in fifth grade and sixth grade. Everybody thought Jaspreet was going to go on to be the president, and I was just going to, nobody ever made any comments of what I was going to go on to do.
Flight attendant, remember? That's what you went on to do.
That's what I
And then when
wanted
you
to
drop
do.
out of flight attendant school, you become a DJ. Which is really sad for me because I just aspired to be a DJ.
I mean, who knows if I would have ever been able to defeat Jaspreet.
Yeah, you could have went on to great things.
What is a barrow meaning?
It's like a mound of dirt, which kind of makes sense, right? You're wheeling a mound of dirt. So
But you're
wheeling-
not. Okay, kind of, yes. But you are using, it's not like you just attach some wheels to a mound of dirt. I mean, you have an apparatus in which takes on the characteristics of a barrel with a wheel attached to it. That's why it should be called a wheelbarrow instead of a wheelbarrow.
I really think it's the Washington State education system that failed us, Jeff. I really do, because we both obviously got that wrong, and it's very sad. And there's one thing that California has over Washington
I wonder
State,
if you look
and
up-
that is their education for
kind of
third graders and how to spell a wheelbarrow right.
If you look up Craigslist like Seattle, if it produces more results for
Yeah,
wheelbarrow.
that's what it is. We just call it a different word in the Northwest. Yeah, so we're not dumb. We just use it a different word. It's like when you go to Mexico. They don't say cheese the same. They say cojito.
Not a different country, Seattle.
Well, there's different dialects, different language. People say things different in the Northwest than they do, in
or just in your head.
Yeah.
Oh, 87 results in the Seattle area for wheelbarrow.
Wow.
So I think you're right, Jeremy.
BARR?
Oh, but it's all
BL?
cars.
That's too bad. So, how was your Valentine's Day? We haven't had a chance to catch up. Did you do anything?
No, I just hung out, enjoyed just the day, ate some chocolate. It was great.
With your dad?
Yeah,
That's-
went and visited my mom. She'd been gone for a week. So
Are you-
I said hello
That's
to
kind of
them.
sad, isn't it? I mean, here you are, a girl with eating chocolate with your dad on Valentine's Day. Is that or no? Am I
No,
wrong?
that's why the whole stigma around Valentine's Day, like I shouldn't feel guilty about hanging out with my dad.
You shouldn't.
That's dumb.
It's cool.
Also, it's COVID, so like I'm not gonna go. Like, who's gonna go on a date with some random person on Valentine's Day? That's weird.
You sound very defensive. You don't have to be. Listen, I didn't get my wife anything for Valentine's Day. She didn't get me anything. We were going to do
thought
something
you
to
trip.
get. We had this trip planned, but then the Snowmageddon, as they're calling it up there, hit, and the limo couldn't come because there was too much snow and the roads weren't plowed.
I mean, people weren't
one
even
had a
able to push.
wheelbarrow?
Yeah, they couldn't even push their wheelbarrows around. It was so much snow and ice on the ground.
I mean, they closed Starbucks. When they closed Starbucks in Seattle, like all the Starbucks were closed, it's a big deal. So, yeah,
That's serious.
we watched a lot of bad Netflix movies.
Well, I guess that works.
And the
What'd you watch?
worst movie I watched was not on Netflix. I don't think it was called Freaky with Vince Vaughn, and he's like,
Oh, I've seen the. Don't watch it.
oh my god, I didn't.
Is it scary?
They picked it out. My cousin did, and I'm like, this is the stupidest thing
Oh,
I've
it is?
ever
Okay.
seen. He starts out like Jason Voorhees. He's got the mask, and next thing you know, he transfers body with a 17-year-old girl, and now she's the serial killer, and he's some 17-year-old girl.
Yeah, it was like Freaky Friday, but meets Friday
and it
the
was
13th.
the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It was terrible.
What kind of chocolate do you have? Dark or milk?
Milk.
Yes, milk chocolate all the way.
Dark chocolate for healthy, but since I was just enjoying the day, I had milk
But
chocolate.
I mean, okay,
Milk chocolate is good, but dark chocolate with sea salt,
no.
I'm okay with
that's
that.
good.
I'm okay with that.
See, I don't like the dark chocolate for health reasons thing because you know what? There are a lot of different other things that you could eat for health reasons, like carrots, cauliflower, broccoli, all that stuff. You could say, okay, I don't like chocolate.
But dark
I
chocolate
prefer
has a lot
broccoli.
of antioxidants in it. It's good for you. You should have a little bit. Don't think
That
of it
is
that
such
way.
a line. I mean, that and the
like a
wine
vitamin.
and the wine thing. That's just people that love chocolate and wine making excuses for their love for chocolate and wine.
Yeah, maybe it is, but I take it like a vitamin every day. I have some dark chocolate, and then if I want milk chocolate later, I still have it.
Do they have any of the dark chocolate at Park 1039?
Ooh, I'm sure they do. They
Yeah.
probably have some very nice chocolate.
Okay, so
there.
there's new business that opened up. It's a restaurant in nature. You're going to tell us all about it coming up, okay?
That sounds good.
Jeff and Jeremy here. It's KZOZ online at KZOZ.com. So we're talking about dark chocolates, and you start talking about wine and cheese. And there's a new wine, cheese, cider, beer place coming in downtown. And you already sent me pictures, so it looks like they're ready to open.
Yeah, they did it's called Park 1039. It's at 1039 Chorro Street. They did like a soft opening last weekend. It's kind of like this unannounced thing, so people got to check it out. During the day, it's just an all-inclusive kind of like marketplace thing. So they'll have grab-and-go lunches. They have over 30 different countries, wine, beer, sake, non-alcoholic drinks, like full cheese bar. I'm all about all the cheeses.
Hopefully they're going to be making like sandwiches from other countries. Because when I was over, I don't know where the hell I was at. I was somewhere else, and I had some kind of French baguette sandwich. It was really good.
We were in the French Quarter downtown, the Jeremy West French Quarter.
That one street.
See, it's starting.
One block.
Hey! Shut up, Jeff.
cheese
It's starting
shop.
to work. It's starting to work. She already called it the French Quarter. I'm telling you, why not? Let's do it. We have Mardi Gras. It's Fat Tuesday the other day. It was Ash Wednesday yesterday. I don't know what today is, but
That's
today's,
when, it's when
Just make
French
something up.
today's Thursday.
when the French Quarter goes dark for the next 39
So Park
days.
1039 is on Chorro Street. We're talking to Whitney from Downtown SLO, by the way. Everything we talk about, everything you need to know about what's happening downtown, go to downtownslo.com. I apologize, Jeff and I get off on tangents so we don't get to everything that she wants to say. But if you go to that website, I mean, literally, you can spend so much time and get to know downtown. It's a great guide, even if you live here. Choro Street. Where's it at? Well, I don't know where 1039 Choro Street is. I know where Black Sheep is.
It's like right next to Barrel House, across the street from like Bowls. If that helps visualize.
There's a lot. Okay, there's a lot of flies down there.
There's no flies. There's no
Bowls attracts flies.
Not in the, but that's across the street.
Oh, this is on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh.
And who knows? I mean, Bulls.
Hey, Wingstop is still there, right?
Up and running.
It is.
Wingstop is still there. Okay, good.
They brought back some. I saw on Instagram they brought back 2 fan favorite flavors or something.
Good. I tell you what,
but
the parking in downtown is not always the best. I know you'll say you can go to the garage, but I don't get to go to Wingstop as much as I'd like to. I believe the best like chain restaurant wings I've ever had, and some of the best wings I've ever had. Now, is this Park 1039 taking over the old Witch area or whatever, that sandwich shop?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
It's in there.
It's right there.
There used to be a place that had like real estate listings on the windows. I think maybe it was called the real estate office.
That's a deep dive.
And I think it's in that place.
Okay, it's cool.
Yeah.
But you're going to get wine and beer and cider from, hopefully not just, I mean, I love local, but it's nice to get stuff from outside of the area, stuff we don't normally have access to.
Yeah, it sounds like that's what they're kind of doing. And then as they move into kind of settling in and whatnot, they're hoping to transition when indoor dining is allowed again and whatnot. They'll be doing this like chef's counter kind of plated, like multi-course experience. I don't know. It's something that I don't think exists downtown, and I know people love anytime there's an experience of something. So I think it'll be a cool little
it
fun
says
night
on their
out.
website you could do like a cooking class.
Yeah.
It's funny because this reminds me of a place that started in a guy's garage in Arroyo Grande, and now he's got a place up in Paso Robles in Ted City, and they serve you like 14 courses. And it's
same
really
kind of vibe, I think, is what they're going for.
But they had to use this cooking school thing, even though you don't really, you watch them cook, but but to get around certain things. Want. But at the end of the day, it's amazing because you get to have 14 little bites, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you're so full when you're done.
Oh, yeah.
And food so unique. That I'm really looking forward to this. Park 1039, Choro Street, right across from Bowls. If you've gone to Bowls, you've gone too far. Turn around and go across the street.
Or just look across the street if you made it to Bowls. And then you're like, oh, no, that's where I'm supposed to be.
It's really turning into a nice little area there. You got the restaurant there.
Yep, it's going
on the corner with the patio.
Watch out, French Quarter. They're coming after you.
French Quarter's got to step up their game. But they're getting there. They're working on it. I love downtown SLO.
Poor
I tell you,
little Italy just left out there on the
It was just
outskirts.
a couple of years ago, Whitney, I was thinking, man, Paso was kicking your ass when it comes to cool restaurants and bars. You've kind of hung on to this, college nightlife thing for just a little bit too long, but now they're starting to appreciate that there's people that live here in their 30s and 40s that want to go out and they don't want to have to, do a flaming Lamborghini shot, and a bull sweat.
Gosh.
They would like to go somewhere where maybe they could have a glass of wine, some cocktails, have some nice food, and, not have cornhole thrown at their head. It's good.
Cornholes
Wow.
being played downtown?
In certain places, I'm sure it is. I'm
Jeremy would know.
I'm sure it is by now. Maybe that was so 5 years ago. I don't know. All right, what else is going on? I saw that you said the Valentine stuff is being left up in the park if you want to, in Mission Plaza, if you want to go get your picture taken. That's sad. But what else? Anything else?
We left it up because we're currently planning the transition for St. Patrick's Day, so it'll all kind of turn into the next holiday.
Yeah,
and we had a lot of people.
Let's get depressed. You know what? This is kind of depressing, isn't it? To think about another St. Patrick's Day is not going to happen here because of COVID. Now, we're still in the purple. Do you think they on purposely hold us in the purple until after St. Patrick's Day? Because remember what they did last year? They did some emergency blah, blah, blah. They said all the bars had to be shut down until the day after St. Patrick's Day. They were so worried about people going out.
Last year was tough. I know they got the announcement like that afternoon on St. Patrick's Day.
Abuse
crazy.
of power is what I call it.
I don't know what's going to happen. It's like we were projected to move into a lower tier, and then the numbers came out earlier this week, and it said no, and it's just so frustrating, and it's just so challenging.
What are you hearing? Are people getting excited for St. Patrick's Day? I mean, we're still about a month away. We are a month away. Do you think it's going to happen, or do you think the government's going to hold us? You talk to important people. You know what people are talking about. when it comes to the government?
I think it'll probably happen, but it's not going to happen in like the let's all get together downtown at the bars at 6 a.m. version. I think it's going to happen. I was just thinking the other day how, remember when it was like such a novelty that you could like go get a cocktail to go, and how it's just like a normal thing?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I'm sure they're
It's
probably
only
just
been a
going to
year.
celebrate that way.
It's only been a year that we've been doing that. Now it's worked its way into our culture of like, oh yeah, just get a cocktail to go.
Well, you know what I love?
Yeah, you don't even think twice.
You never bring up McCarthy's, so I'll bring it up. The one thing I've loved about this entire thing, the whole time the pandemic has happened, nothing has changed at McCarthy's. The people, the bar, everything is the same. They are.
That's not true. The 3 parking spots out front, they're not there anymore.
Oh, they're not. Other than that, damn it, that place will be McCarthy's on St. Patrick's Day, regardless.
I think they found out a better use of space due to the pandemic than the 3 parking spots.
Everyone has their silver lining.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, DowntownSlow.com is the website for Whitney. Make sure you check it out, or just for Downtown Slow. It's always good talking to you.
You too.
Wheelbarrow. Oh.